But I guess the question would be about, Yellowstone was getting developed and whatnot. We've got, I guess, just simply round it off quickly. How do you address national parks, forests, Bryce Canyon, or Rainbow? Any of your natural arches, your circle of parks in Utah? Would that?
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up. We've taken that expressly off the table in our bill. So all of the national parks, national monuments, with the exception of Escalante.
I figured that was a latecomer, yeah.
Yeah, Escalante, that was 2 million acres tied up, $2 trillion worth of coal that was tied up without talking to a single Utahn. That's still in play. All the other national monuments off the table. The congressionally designated wilderness, not the latest round of everything is wilderness, but the congressionally designated wilderness and the national parks off the table. So we protect under the bill an area about the size of West Virginia. We may do more. I mean, as Utahns, we may say, hey, we've got other areas we want to take off the table. But the idea is what FLTMA promised but failed. Multiple use, sustained yield with local planning. And that's, in fact, yesterday we met with, about 25 of our commissioners to start working on the implementation procedures. What does it look like as we move forward? As we start to move forward on taking the actions that secure our rights, how does that local planning go forward? And so we're working the second step of legislation from the bottom up with our county commissioners.
Follow up is, will the state run this, or are you going to turn it to the counties? And I guess when I'm saying that, because small counties, just like you've got them up in Utah, and you got your large areas, populated areas, of management resources.
Yeah, and so the discussion that was going on yesterday, which is kind of how we had hoped it would go, you would obviously have your state agencies that are dealing with overall resource regulation, air quality regulation, wildlife regulation. There would be a state catch-all over those broad areas. But the general land planning would happen more on a local level. And what exactly that's going to look like, we're in the process of building that. And in fact, we look forward to working with your counties. We got some ideas in Elko a few weeks ago that you looked at our bill and said, wow, we think the county should have a veto provision on some of this stuff. And we thought, man, that's a great idea. So as we start to work through that process, we're going to get best practices, but we're working on building that right now. But yeah, local control, I mean, that's where land access, land use, land ownership, you already have the mechanism to do that. And so